timetable. You need to go now. They're leaving.
To Secular Key, first stop. Then Taronga Zoo, Watson's Bay and Manly. So, if you're here for the long haul, sit back, relax. I'll be pointing out some of the interesting things along the shores of the harbour and the harbour itself along the way, so hope to make your trip very, very enjoyable. Right here in Darling Harbour, well, this harbour was used as a port for Sydney, for loading and unloading people and goods way back right at the beginning of the colony, right back to the late 1700s. They had wharfs all along here. They've all gone now. They've been replaced by the much more modern varieties that you see there today. Over here on the left, the Maritime Museum. There's that black submarine. Can you see it on the left there, that black submarine? If you buy a ticket to the National Maritime Museum, you can go on board there, see how the submariners lived. Oh, and by the way, you can go on board all of the other boats as well. Very successful businessmen, people doing very, very well here in this country. Import-export in particular. Tourism people, banking people, making big money in this city. And in a few years' time, that's going to be a lovely forest over there again, just like it used to be 250 years ago before we decided to cut it all down and take all the sandstone away. More of these finger wharfs on our right. These have all been repurposed. This one exactly opposite us now there, that's a luxury apartment. As we go under the harbour bridge, in the very, very deepest part of the harbour, right here, 45 metres deep. That's about, what, 150 feet in the old scale? Gee whiz. Beautiful view of our opera house on the left-hand side there, ladies and gentlemen. Opened in 1973 by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. That was a party day in Sydney in 1973, 20th of October, to finally take receipt of our opera house, because we'd waited 10 years. No, they promised that it was only going to take a couple of years. Well, you know, the latest cruise liners are taking something like, 5,000 passengers, I think it is. And they're much higher than they used to be, because there's more levels. They're longer, wider, and higher than they used to be.
Just like a wooden boat.
There we go, better. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Captain Cook Cruises, I'd like to welcome you all on board. My name is Ron, you can see here, and I'm the commentator on board, and I'll be pointing out some points of interest around the harbour as we find our way through to Taronga Zoo, then through to Watson's Bay and Manly. After that, we're coming back again. There's the Sail GT, which is a sailing race right in the middle of the harbour near Shark Island. It's about halfway from here to Manly. Now, there's going to be spectator boats everywhere. There's a big exclusion zone right in the middle of the harbour. We've got to sneak our way around the edges of that. That's in the afternoon. As we leave the birthplace of our nation, ladies and gentlemen, this harbour, this little part of the harbour, this bay right here, is where Captain Phillip pulled in 231 years ago, with his 11 ships of the First Fleet, containing 750 convicts from Great Britain and about 700 crew, to set up the first colony here. Well, that looks like a mighty fine harbour in there, and didn't have time to come in. 18 years later, Captain Phillip came past looking for it with the convicts and said, Captain Cook said there's a nice place up here, let's go find that. And so he came in here, and that's when the new colony began. This is the warm climate botanical gardens. We have another one. It's about 100 kilometres behind us, under the Harbour Bridge there, and straight up to the Blue Mountains, at about 3,000 feet, 1,000 metres. We have the cool climate botanical gardens, which have all the cool climate species from from Canada, North America, Russia, Europe, Sydney. This is one of the fortifications here on the right, ladies and gentlemen, of early Sydney. We were very concerned in the early 1800s that the French would attack us because Britain was at war with the French until about 1850. Then they joined sides to fight the Russians. Boom gates across the harbour here with nets hanging down to stop any submarines coming in. But we would open those nets to let the ships in. Back to the wharf here. It'll take you a few hours if you want to have a good look around. Then we'll pick you up and take you back to wherever you wish to go. We've got ferries from here going onwards to Manly and other ones going back to Circular Quay and Darling Harbour. So just watch the timetables, and I wish you a wonderful day in Taronga Zoo. So please start coming forward, ladies and gentlemen, just as far as the door. Hold there at the door until we get the gangway out, and then we'll have you ashore in just a minute or two.